In this video, we have an SAT math problem in which you have to find the value of some unknown constant given a system of equations that has no solutions. Well, first, let's think, what does it mean for there to be no solutions to a system of equations? Well, with a system of equations, we have a few possibilities. Well, system of equations, in this case, we're given two lines. And how can two lines meet on a graph? Well, two lines can simply intersect normally, in which case we'll have one solution to the system of equations. They can run parallel to each other, meaning they have the same slope but different y-intercepts, in which case we'll have no solutions. Or they can be the same line, in which case there's infinitely many solutions because all the points are the same. In this case, we want to have no solution. So what does that mean? It means our lines have to be parallel, so they need to have the same slope but different y-intercepts. So now, looking at this problem, we can actually compare these two, compare their slopes, and figure out what k has to be, since we know that the slope has to be the same. Well, what's the slope of this first line? The slope of this first line is simply the opposite of the coefficient of x over the coefficient of y. So 2/5. And now, why is that the case? Well, if we look at this and we try to convert it to slope-intercept form, well, we get negative 5y equals negative 2x plus 8, and we divide out the negative 5, and we get 2 over 5x plus 8. So if you notice, all we did was take the opposite of our x term and divide it by our y term, and it gave us our slope. And that'll work for all linear equations that are given to you in general form. So now what do we want? Well, let's find the slope of the second line. We know that the second line slope has to be the opposite of the coefficient of x over the coefficient of y. So negative 4 over k. Now, what do we know? Well, we know that we want these two to have the same slope, but different y-intercepts. Well, because these numbers are different, they're going to have different y-intercepts. So all we need to do now is make sure they have the same slope. So we want this slope to equal the slope of our other line, which was 2/5. So now what does k have to be? Well, just looking at this, we know that k will have to be negative 10, because negative 4 over negative 10, the negatives cancel out, and 4 over 10 simplifies to 2 over 5. So our answer is A. And that's it for this video.